Welcome to Abstract Illusions Radio with host Jennifer Hillman. The show explores and reveals the human potential through creativity. So enjoy the show to create a life you love.
Hello, everybody. This is Jennifer Hillman, and this is Abstract Illusions, where we explore and expose the different aspects of the human experience. Today's guest is Boni Lonnsburry. She is the author of two wonderful books on the law of attraction. One is The Map to Our Responsive Universe, where our dreams really do come true. And her latest book, which was just launched and now available, is The Map to Abundance, the no exception guide to create money, success, and bliss. I am so thrilled to have you on, Boni. Thank you so much for taking some time to be on air.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for having me.
So that really said, okay, your experience was you went through a lot. You got married, you had kids, you got divorced, you hit bottom. Your house was foreclosed and you claimed bankruptcy, and now you have a business $5 million on
Well, I sold that company. That was kind of my proving ground. You know, I built that company on the edge just after I claimed bankruptcy, just after my house was in foreclosure. I built it with $50.
And that's amazing.
And it's all I put into it. I never leveraged another cent because I was just out of bankruptcy. Hello. It was
Yes,
like
I totally understand that.
Terrified of leveraging, but I did it by consciously creating it.
And what was the key to you besides claiming bankruptcy? What was it that said, okay, I really can do this. I can dig myself out of this hole?
I didn't know that I could. I didn't know that I could, but it just got to be so freaking scary. I was so petrified every day, and I was in such pain about the place I was in. I just got to this point where I said, I can't live like this anymore. I just can't. And it was a choice not to live in that pain that reset my emotional body. And when I decided to prioritize my happiness above all else, I didn't really realize that would give me a brand new start to creating what I really did want, which was abundance and fun and joy and everything everybody else wants. And I kind of learned the hard way how to let it go, and then how to build it from a platform of joyous creation and not, I have to make this happen, which was, I was doing it before.
Right. The panic and stuff doesn't help.
Well, it's not conducive to creating abundance or anything else good.
So it's really taking responsibility for your life and saying, I'm going to create a beautiful life that I absolutely love, and just setting those intentions. Now, in the book, you talk about the different ways to get through those beliefs that are holding you back.
Yeah, and I just want to go back to what you just said for a second, Jennifer. Sure. It's not, I think that's where a lot of people have been really disappointed in the past, where they think it's just a matter of positive thinking. It's just a matter of belief. It's just a matter of, just do it a little harder. Right. And it's not really. It's complex. It's easy, but it's complex. And you have to learn the complexities in order to make it work. And you have to really pay attention to those complexities. And that's what I did when I set off to write the map. I had created this amazing, creation. And then I'm like, how do I teach people this in teeny tiny baby steps? And so I did that. I thought I did that in the map. And then when I went to write the map to abundance, I thought, well, this will be a teeny tiny book, just little nuances of applying the map to abundance and money. But it ended up being almost twice as long. Mm-hmm. It's smaller font, so it doesn't look like it's twice as big, twice as long as the map, because money is weighty in our society. And we've been given a lot of beliefs, back to your belief question, right, about how difficult it is to make money and how bad it is to want money. And so, I really, my intention is to really help people change. And it's doable. You can figure out your beliefs. And once you've done that, it's really, really easy to change them. It's surprisingly easy. Figuring them out is the hard part. But yes, there's a way to do that too.
Well, and many times there's layers to a belief, and it's just kind of peeling the onion to get to the root of where it really means to you, correct?
Well, if you mean layers like lots of different beliefs piled on top of each other, yeah, but they're not necessarily about the same thing. Like when you start looking at your money beliefs, there would be, the top layer is I can't create unlimited abundance, would be one belief. But at the very bottom of that whole pile of beliefs might be I don't deserve it. And in my case, it was I'm not good enough. And so in a way it is layered, but sometimes the beliefs aren't necessarily related to each other directly. Right. So it's not just a deeper layer of I don't deserve it. It's different beliefs piled on top of each other, which altogether seem unapproachable and unchangeable. But when you take them apart bit by bit, they're very approachable and extremely changeable.
Well, we're all changeable. It really is. You change your thought, you change your reality.
Well, you change your feeling, I think. Yes. And thoughts and feelings are closely related, of course.
Exactly. And the feeling and the... Okay, to you, what is the difference between emotion and feeling?
I think they're the same. I don't think they're different at all.
Okay.
But thoughts and feelings, or thoughts and emotions, are different.
It's the feelings behind the thought that create.
Yeah. And so as you start to redefine the thoughts, like what abundance is and whether it's okay to have abundance, and those are really beliefs, right?
Right.
Then you start to have different feelings about abundance. So that's why thoughts are important and beliefs are important, because when you change the thoughts and beliefs, you change the emotion attached to them.
And what are some of the different ways then to figure out or determine some of those beliefs? I mean, you go through so many ways of doing it. It's amazing, the questions. It's like even I guess the three critical questions are, to figure out what you're doing and where you're going is, what do you want? What do you have? What would somebody have you believe to have create?
Yeah.
What you did. So.
Yeah. What would someone have to believe to have created this?
Right.
What would someone have to believe? So you kind of like remove yourself from your situations, and you might want a friend to do this with, who really understands. To look for those beliefs is really to unlock your entire future. And so if you can take a look at it from afar and say, okay, I really want to be financially independent and very free, so I can do anything I want, so I can follow any lead I want, so I can travel and be free to enjoy this wonderful world. But what I'm creating is, scarcity and living paycheck to paycheck. And if I do get a little bit ahead, then, something comes to eat up that extra money. And so what would someone have to believe that they created that reality is what you ask yourself. So maybe that it's bad to want money. It's bad to be abundant. You can't create your own reality. You can't create money. I don't deserve money. I can create money, but then it goes away quickly. Well, what would that belief be? That belief might be, I make just enough money.
Right.
And interestingly enough, I had that belief as I was working through this in that company. I had that belief, and it wasn't until one month my expenditures, because I had a son with adolescent extra needs, real difficult choices to make, and I had him put into this wilderness experience that ended up being really, really good for him, but it was $10,000 a month. And don't you know, during the 3 months he was there, my income rose $10,000 a month. And the minute he was out, it dropped $10,000 a month. So from that, I ascertained correctly that I had a belief that I will always have just enough money. And it's like, whoa, okay, well, this worked to bridge the gap between not enough money and enough money. So it was a good belief, but now let's expand it further to I have more than enough money. And I did that, and sure enough, ever since then, I have had more than enough money. So, if you just look at your reality and say, okay, it's real simple. What am I creating? What am I creating in my life? What do I see in the lives around me? Because oftentimes you'll see other people, friends and family members who have similar experiences in reality, which just means they have similar beliefs. And as you start to change your beliefs, you'll see it reflecting in your reality, and then eventually in the reality outside of you, if you can expand your beliefs to other people, which is really, really cool and fun.
Yes, it really is. And it is really important the wording you use when switching your beliefs and your intentions, correct?
Yes, very important, because every word carries an emotion.
Yes.
Strung together, they carry emotions. And so the little nuances do matter, because they will mean different things to your emotional body, and they will be producing different resonances, which will create different realities.
Yes, I often use the experience of I wanted to pay off my car, and I just said I want to pay off my car quickly and easily. I totaled my car. It got paid off. Then I said, okay, I'm going to, and I had to come up with the extra money to actually pay it off. Then I said, I'm going to have I'm going to have a program that covers the car, so if anything happens, I get it paid off quickly and easily, and I have no extra money I have to come out. Sure enough, I totaled the car, and I had the GAP program, and it got paid off. Then I said, I'm going to have a car, and I'm going to pay it off and enjoy it for years to come. And sure enough, I had a car, and it ran beautifully. And then I finally said, I need a new car. I was able to do it very easily and create the money to get a new car. So it
Nice.
really, I just like that. That was so easy to shift just a few words, add a few intentions to
Mm-hmm.
it, and it made all the worlds of difference to what I created.
We are so powerful, and I don't think almost anybody on the planet really gets how powerful we are.
And I think they get a little afraid of it, don't they?
Yeah, it scared me in the beginning.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you see things happening out of thin air, and you're like, oh, whoa, I thought I was just playing at this, but this is not, a game. This is real. It's more real than the illusion.
Okay, so what tips do you have on the wording of changing of beliefs or setting intentions?
Well, they have to resonate with you. Both beliefs, the negative belief, the final proving factor is, do you feel it in your gut? And when you hit on the right wording, you'll feel it. You'll feel it and you'll know it. And if you don't, you can do body testing. And that's what I added to the last book I wrote, The Map to Abundance, are a couple of ways to test, using applied kinesiology, because your body will flow energy and strengthen your muscles perfectly if you're in alignment with the truth. If you're not in alignment with the truth, it won't flow that energy, and you'll find your muscles weakening and your body will show it. So it's a really cool way to test beliefs.
Yes.
So, the beliefs have to resonate, and your intentions have to resonate too. They should make you feel excited. And that doesn't mean they have to be specific. Ideally, your intentions are not specific. If you really have a specific goal, that's fine, but add this or better. Even more elegant, I think, is the intention that says, I want to feel this way in my financial life. I want to feel this way in my love life. I want to feel this way in my career. I want to feel this way with my children. I want to feel this way in my home. And allow the universe to draw to you the realities that will make you feel the way you want to feel. It's much more elegant because there are so many ways for the universe to deliver what you want. And usually we have this tunnel vision. We think, oh, money can only come this way, and a beautiful house can only come this way, and blah, blah, blah. And it's just not so.
It really isn't. Okay, you have it, it feels good. Is there any way of accelerating the intention?
Absolutely. And this is what I wrote the map about. The map has 7 steps to follow to create what you want. And, it's really important to flow energy and be sure where you're flowing energy, where you don't want to be, AKA look at your beliefs. And then when you've done that, to take action in the world. It's really important to show the universe that you're serious about what you want. And it's also important to show yourself that you really want what you say you want. So as you start taking action as if that reality already existed, and if it doesn't feel good to you, you can ask yourself why it doesn't feel good.
Now, if you're trying to manifest like a relationship with someone,
Mm-hmm.
but they're with someone else, how do you balance that reality and knowing that it's going to happen, that they're on the verge of divorce, you see it, and it's just manifesting it faster than slower?
Well, ideally, you don't set yourself up for one guy only. You don't set yourself for one job only. You don't set yourself up for one income only. You don't set yourself up for one house only. You let go of how the universe delivers what you want, and you go back to saying, okay, I intend to feel deeply, deeply loved. I intend to feel safe in this relationship. I intend to feel honored. I intend to feel known. I intend to have fun in this relationship that I'm creating. I intend to be joyfully happy and play and just have the best time of my life in this relationship. And if it's the guy who's on the verge of divorce, fine. But what if it's not? What if there's another guy who can make you 10 times happier and feel 10 times more loved and 1,000 times more cherished? Wouldn't you rather be with that guy?
Exactly. It is a common question I get on how can I change this situation? And it's just like, open yourself to the best possibility for yourself and see what the universe sends your way, and be open.
Yeah, but to flow that fuel, the emotions fuel. So start feeling the way you want to feel when you have what you want, and it will draw it to you. And if that feels unbelievable, well, then change those beliefs that say you can't have it. And it doesn't come from anybody but that guy.
Yeah, because you really don't want to limit yourself in such an unlimited universe.
Absolutely.
And the unseen friends, which are your guides and relatives and other people on the other side that are your rooting. I mean, they can see it, they want it for you. Let them help you. Get out of your own way.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So if something comes up, you have an intention, but you can't figure out the belief that's really the last clincher to really open things up. How do you suggest trying to figure that out?
Well, first of all, intend to figure it out. Secondly, change any belief that says you can't figure it out. Thirdly, ask for help from those unseen friends. And fourthly, I would suggest, going and working with your younger selves. Because oftentimes if you don't see a belief in your world, in your adult self, it's your adolescent self or your child self or even your young adult selves who have had disappointments and disillusionments, who have taken on a belief that you no longer feel you have. But if they have it, you have it in your subconscious mind. And your subconscious is where the beliefs are all housed and where the energy comes from those beliefs to create your reality. So as you can go and sit down in meditation with the younger yous and just talk with them. Say, hey, I'm trying to create this relationship, or I'm trying to create this job, I'm trying to create more money. What do you think about that? And if they say, are you crazy? You can't create. What are you talking about? Don't you know mom said all that was gibberish and it's just ridiculous to think you can create your own reality? Or if they say, oh, you'll never be happy because, we'll just never be happy. Or whatever they say. And don't think you know what they'll say, because you don't. Because you're the adult person who doesn't have that perspective anymore. So go back, they still exist. There's no time. Time is an illusion. They still exist. Go and talk with them and find out what they really feel. Figure out what that belief speaks to and change it in your subconscious mind, and it will change for them and you both.
Yeah, because in some way they may feel unsafe if you have the life you love. So you need
Absolutely. Yeah.
to reassure them that you're going to be okay. There's just so many experiences that you may have forgotten about, but your younger self hasn't.
No, they don't, until you go and work with them, and then you can change the past once they've emotionally felt what they repressed back then. Then you can change the past for them, but you also have to change the belief in your subconscious.
Yes.
And again, that's easy. It's easy to do that.
It really is. And what was the most difficult part for you to write in this book? In these books, actually, because if you had to just get one book, I mean, you go over a lot of what's in the map to abundance.
Mm-hmm.
So if they just get the map of abundance, they get everything in the map. I highly recommend. I just say get both. It's worth it because both cover so many subtle things you do not think of.
Yeah. And that's what creates is the subtleties, and that's why people can't connect the fact that they are creating their reality, because they think, oh, I'm thinking positive and I believe good things can happen and I have my dream and I have my vision board and whatever it is. And they're not paying attention to the little subtleties of fear and disbelief and hurt and abandonment and scarcity and lack and all the things that are there just in the tinges, just in the far reaches of your consciousness. And they're indicative of beliefs. And those beliefs are projecting energy out 24/7, even when you're sleeping.
Yes.
So,
And watch your judgments. If you suddenly say, if you snap a response to something that you're seeing or hearing, check in with yourself, correct?
yeah, it's a clue. It's a clue. What you judge in other people is something you're judging in yourself, most likely.
Yeah, because it in the map of abundance, you go over like envy, jealousy,
Hmm.
resentment, which are huge blocks for a lot of people, don't you think?
I do. I do. And they don't have to be. They
And
don't have to be.
and a lot of people, they're so subtle, and you don't realize how
Right.
much they're really interfering
Yeah.
with you. Um, you have also a wonderful website that I want to touch on. And would you talk about your website?
Sure. It's livealifeyoulove.com. And there's you can actually sign up free to read the map on that website. It comes over 365 days, but still, you get it a day, a little piece of it every day in your email. There are lots of blogs, lots of information. There's some messages from your unseen friends and a kind of an I Ching where you can ask for a random message and your unseen friends to speak to you through that. And there's techniques on creating your own reality. There's a lot of resources there. So livealifeyoulove.com. And you can buy the books there or on Amazon or order them from any bookstore.
Now, you have done in the past online courses. Are you planning on doing any?
I am. I am opening up something I call Creation School next year. And so I will be doing some there. And I'll be doing some video blogging soon beyond just regular blogging. So if anybody wants to keep abreast of everything that's happening, they can sign up on the website, the Live a Life You Love website.
And it is really, there's so much information. It's just take your time, read the books, take care of yourself, and the more you allow yourself to open up to the possibilities, so much more beautiful and abundant can really happen to everyone. And that's something you really, reading these books really said, oh, I really need to work on that. Oh, yeah, I mean, there are all these little clues that were really needed, and I personally thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you for having me. It's, you know, every person on this planet is unlimitedly powerful. Unlimitedly. Like, think about that. Anything you want, you can create. You just haven't learned how to do it yet. But it's all, it's all available. It's all available for you to figure it out. And it's not hard.
It
So,
really isn't.
no.
All your dreams are just waiting for you to open up and accept them.
Yeah, to allow them to manifest. The universe is set up for your success. And your
Yes,
unseen friends want nothing more. So the only one that's keeping you away from anything is you and me,
yeah,
the person out there.
or the people
I'm
around
keeping you.
you.
Yeah.
So, with that, Bonnie, I thank you again. Again, the books are The Map, Our Responsive Universe, where dreams really do come true, and The Map to Abundance, the No Exception Guide to Creating Money, Success, and Bliss. Thank you so much again for being on air.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Namaste and have a great day. And with that, this is Jennifer Hillman saying, with each breath of air, we hope you get insight, information, and imagination. Take care. Many blessings.